Okay, here's a question for you guys. Do you, like, when you watch YouTube and Twitch, do you feel like it's part of your job to watch it, or do you?
No, I don't. I still feel like I'm back in 2013 watching my favorite content creators. Well, the only thing that changes now is that, oh shit, they follow me maybe on Twitter. Maybe. They probably don't, but maybe.
I don't know, like, in a way, to me, it kind of is. It's like half-off for me because it's like, there are some videos that just pop up in my recommended where I'm just like, this is so little to do with what I do for a job that it just becomes entertainment. Yeah. But then there are parts of me which are like, I could like say watch a video idea or a video that has this particular idea that I had no idea existed. Yeah. And I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a part of me that thinks, oh, I wonder if I can use this idea that this video is using and kind of spin it in a way for my own content. Yeah. Right? It's like, it's not so much like I'm going out onto YouTube just trying to find the next idea or whatever, but sometimes there are some videos where it's just like, I could do that, but in like a kind of fun and unique way for myself. Right?
Yeah, because I do that as well, where I watch YouTube, I watch Twitch. I'm constantly looking for ways to improve my own content. Yeah, and seeing some things that I can maybe like not one-on-one ripping someone off, but like taking an aspect and being like, I can put my own spin on that.
Right, like there have been moments where I've made entire videos based off ideas from like 3 or 4 completely unrelated videos, and just kind of being like, I'll take this idea from this video and this idea from this completely separate video. Yeah. And what do you know? I've come up with something kind of cool and unique that I can work off of as well, which is kind of unique and interesting to my audience.
Yeah, because I think there's like, it's really looked down upon. I don't know if it's just the creator community or even like whenever with the audience as well, whenever you see something that kind of resembles someone else, you're just like, oh, you're just ripping off X or you're just ripping off Y. Whereas like, I don't know, like to me, like, artists like musicians and like movie makers, they're like really open about their influences. Yeah, and like
some of them wear the influences on their sleeves, and people are just like, cool.
Yeah, and I don't know why it's looked down upon in the YouTube space, because everyone's exactly the same. Everyone's been influenced by someone else on the platform, and it's really like the rarer thing is finding someone who's completely fucking original. Right. Yeah. And like even to me, some of the biggest content creators where in my mind, they were just like they did something completely completely original content, like for example like Nakey Jakey, for example, he's doing something very, very different from what other people are doing. Even he says, oh yeah, I'm kind of just like JonTron on a green screen and an exercise board,
I think he's just said, I'm just a shittier JonTron on an exercise board. That's what he said in a video, and I'm like, I mean, you obviously, like, it's so obvious you were influenced by JonTron, but it doesn't matter because you're putting your own spin on it in a unique way. You're putting your own personality on it, where now this supposed thing you ripped off has just become you.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really give a shit if someone does one of my video ideas.
No.
You can 100% just take it. But, if you're going to 100% take the idea, it would be nice to be like, oh yeah, I got this idea from this person.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if I blatantly copy a video, I'll just be like, oh yeah.
I mean, like, who was that person who just blatantly copied Mr. Beast for the longest time? Morgs. That was it. I mean, like on that level, it's so obvious that it's just kind of like a one-to-one copy.
Copying thumbnail title, it's a little much because you might be fucking with things there, but like taking the video idea is like whatever. I mean,
right. I mean, I've seen a bunch of YouTubers who have done videos that I have come up with or I was known for. And but I've been okay with it because they've put their own spin on it, where it's just kind of become like, well, I know where you got influence from, but this has just become your video now, so I'm fucking okay with it.
Yeah.
If it was like one for one, like ripping using the same type of thumbnail, using the same type of title, and then the content is almost one for one, and then you don't mention the person you got it from, then I'll be like, well, that's a little bit shitty, isn't it? Like,
yeah. Because like one of the biggest questions I get asked is like, how do I go about, like, a new content creator is just like, how do I go about making content? How do I go about making original ideas and finding my own style? And like I always say, you know what? I don't see any problem with just starting by copying some of your favorite creators, right? Because you will find your own style the more you do your own content, right? But it's not something that you immediately like it's not something that you immediately figure out. And even like some people do, but those are the rare people.
Yeah,
right?
those are like the true geniuses.
Yeah.
Right? It's like not everyone on YouTube is a genius.
Yeah, and I think it should be fine for creators in our field just to like wear the influence on their sleeves and just be open about it.
Yeah.
Like not completely copying, but like everyone has their influences and everyone continues to evolve from different people they see on the platform. At least that's how it is with me. And I think it should be fine. I think everyone's being influenced with each other.
Because everyone, I don't know a single YouTuber who doesn't watch YouTube.
Exactly.
Like, I mean,
it's
that's the reason why we're here.
Yeah. I mean, like I always get reminded of that Picasso quote, which is like, good artists copy, great artists steal. Right. And like a lot of people like kind of take that quote completely out of context, thinking like, well, then I'll just fucking steal the thing. But like, I actually read up on why he said that and what he meant by that, which is a great artist steals in the sense that they take an influence and they turn it into something of their own.
Yeah.
And I feel that's very valid to any creative field, whether that be an artist or a movie producer or a YouTuber, right? Where it's like, you can get influenced by other people, but you have to do it to the point where you put your own thing on it, where it becomes your own thing.
Yeah.
Right. And that's really hard to do. And, great artists steal, good artists copy, Like YouTubers who just copy an idea, but don't do anything creative with it are the ones that are just like, well, you're a fucking copycat, aren't you?
I think one, did you say something?
I never really thought about it much. I was just like, I just watch YouTube. I make my videos.
We're getting awfully philosophical.
I'm just sitting. I make fucking stupid videos. That's kind of how I view it. I'm just like, all right, I'll just keep uploading the same shit.
I mean, yeah, I'm like that too. But I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a part of me that did think about that, being like, oh god, I mean, this is a cool idea, and I want to, incorporate it and do it because it just seems like something fun to do. But I sometimes get worried, being like, are people going to come out and be like, how dare you steal this X and X's idea, right? Like,
I think about stuff like that, and then I just also remember like some of the most popular videos are like pee pee poo poo stinky. And like that sharting sound effect. So like the moment I try and get all like deep about it, I'm like, I don't think it's that deep. I think it's just people just uploading stuff that makes them hee XD. I don't fucking know.
I mean, I do think you register it at least
subconsciously.
On the subconscious level.
I definitely do.
Yeah, because I feel like when people ask how do you like what does it take to become a successful YouTuber, a lot of things that the one thing a lot of the one thing that a lot of people don't mention is that step one, I feel like, is to watch a lot of YouTube.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like, no, because I mean, you say of course, but I know people who don't watch too much YouTubers, or if I'm just like, name 10 to 20 YouTubers you're watching right now.
They see a YouTuber on the news, they're like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah. And I feel like not a lot of people talk about, a lot of YouTubers I know, they watch a fuck ton of YouTube, right? And it feels like there's so many subtle things that you can't really explain to someone unless they just understand the platform, because they watch a fuck ton of YouTube.
And it's not just watching a fuck ton of YouTubers, it's watching a fuck ton of different YouTubers.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's like I could be like, name 10, YouTubers, and if all of them are the same type of content, then it's like, well, you understand that type of content. But everything else is just a complete blank to you, right? You're probably not going to go very far because you'll just be recycling the same content from those 10 YouTubers.
Yeah. Or it's just like watching YouTubers who were popular like 5 years ago, right?
I still watch Ray William Johnson every day.
I strive to be. I strive to make my own =3 one day.
My day doesn't begin without a bit of Ray William.
And I just think the idea of like, yes, I would like to become a YouTuber because they are successful now, and and
they make lots of money for an easy job.
Yeah. And I feel like step one before you even consider becoming a YouTuber or a streamer is just to watch a fuck ton of things on that platform.
No. Step one is delete your Twitter history. You probably got some bad shit.
You don't want to get cancelled.
Get rid of that.
Privatize your Facebook.
Step two is watch YouTube.
Privatize your Facebook. Delete your Twitter history.
Because I mean that's how I feel about like Instagram and TikTok, because I don't use those platforms, and I'm not going to try to grow on those platforms because I feel like
because you don't use it, right?
Because the first step is I don't understand it, so it's kind of like, to me, it's just like the hello fellow Instagrammers kind of thing. If I try to like,
you just turn into one of those corporate brands, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, we understand you.
Here's more picture of my food. That's what you all like, right?
Why aren't you liking it?